How you doing?
I'm doing great, brother. We are back here with Back to Basics with an exclusive, never before seen interview with Providence, the poet.
Thank you,
Man,
thank
my
you, thank
man.
you.
Phenomenal job on the performance.
Thank you.
Love it every time I get to see you, bro. This interview and the interview with Orchid is funny because we know each other, right? So, when I was thinking about questions that I wanted to ask you, I straight up just wrote questions that I wanted to know. was how I approached it. So, the first thing is, I met you like around 2022, 2023, somewhere in that time frame. And you lived in Hamilton at this point.
Yeah.
But I knew that, or I know rather, that you had like a whole scene in Montreal that you were a part of. Hamilton wasn't the only place in Canada that you were rapping from. And I remember you speaking a lot on like what you learned and sort of like the battlegrounds that Montreal was for you to sharpen that stuff. So can you just tell me more about that? Tell me about Montreal, your experience, hip hop, what the scene was like there as opposed to here. Just just give it to me. Give it to me.
Man, Montreal, that's home for me. First and foremost, whenever I speak of home, I'm always talking about Montreal. That's where I grew up for real. And like the scene over there, it's rough. It did not embrace me. Like, people always think that like, oh, I'm good at freestyling, and then I've always been doing that. But I got my start at a cipher that was held by a band called the Urban Science Band, and they're this amazing jazz group. And like the way they did their ciphers, there was people hopping on the mic, but people also switching on the instruments. So it was crazy. And then
So it was like just to be clear, it was like a jam with the band. So like the band would switch over.
Yeah.
And then you would be rapping, like rappers would just come in and out.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
It was insane. And so I remember my first memory was grabbing the mic, thinking I was this hot shot from the West Island of Montreal, and I got embarrassed so bad. Like I tried to out-rap this guy that was rapping after me, and he just schooled me. He was in his construction uniform too. He didn't even look like he was a hip hop artist. But and then ever since it just really humbled me. And then I've been lucky to be a part of a lot of shows there, and the talent is phenomenal. And it's shocking because they look like everyday people most of the time. But they can, like, everybody there is tapped into music, whether you're in the scene or not. It's a different culture over there, for sure.
That's crazy. I didn't expect to hear but it makes so much sense, actually, thinking about Montreal, of just, like, the random person on the street
It's
could
dope.
probably spit a 16,
Yeah.
just, like, off the blue. That's incredible.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, that's something that, actually... Yeah, we'll flow into it. Actually, it's not the same where we are.
Not at this time.
You
no.
know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like that's like a dream. You know what I mean? To just be like, to have the streets of where you live be tapped into that, because that's so hip hop, right?
Yeah, but there's also like the times have also changed a little bit. Like I got lucky to dive into Toronto a little bit while I was living in Montreal. And there was also a scene here, but I think that after COVID, everything kind of shriveled up a little bit. But Montreal is definitely unique. I'll say that.
Fire, bro. All right. I also wanted to just learn, because again, it's like once I met you, it was just there. Like I talked to you, I know about, like your day to day. I check in with you. I just want to know, like, where did hip hop start for you? Because for me, I don't know if this is like common, but I feel like it is when I talk to other artists, of like a moment that you remember where you were like, oh, I feel this in regards to hip hop. And I would love to oh no. Nah, I'm gonna push forward. I want to go. I need that reaction. yeah, where did hip hop start for you? And yeah, just sort of where that love comes from, because you dedicate your life to it, right?
For sure.
Like you're
Yeah.
here, like so
Yeah.
it's gotta be something, right?
Um, so there's like three stories that I'll kind of touch on. The first, I was like maybe 12, 11 years old, and I had just gotten out the shower, and I had a bedroom door that didn't close properly, and Let It Rock came on the radio in my room by Lil Wayne, and I forget the other artist. Gosh, uh, Kid Rock. I think, yeah, yeah, yeah. That's so. I was jamming in my towel, and then I turned around, and my dad was standing right at the door, confused. I was so embarrassed, but there was something about like that moment that I'll always remember, like just singing the lyrics. And then I was at a high school party also in Montreal at the time, and because I was the token black kid at the time, everybody was like, "Yo, you have to rap. You can freestyle, right?" And I'm like, I didn't know what to do, but I just tried it, and I wasn't that bad. So I was like, hey, you know what? I could kind of do this. And then the third memory is I have a friend in Montreal named Tyler, and the craziest producer in terms of like studying the game of hip hop. Like this guy would go record surfing, like it was a religion. He had like every instrument I've ever seen in his apartment, and he had a studio in his bedroom. Like he put the bed up against the wall and turned it into a studio, and a bunch of us would just go there and like rap, and like he would sample beats, and so I like it was kind of like this hip hop collective that never really formed, but a lot of us got our start rapping with Tyler, and ever since then I kind of fell in love with it.
Shout out Tyler, bro. That's crazy.
Yeah.
So was it like, what was the give me the bedroom studio vision? Like I wanna see it. What was the makeup? Were there blankets involved? Was there a mattress that you put out? Like what?
Nah, so it was like he had like a MPC on the table.
Okay.
He was a phenomenal keyboard player, so he had like a nice keyboard. He had like crates of records kind of there. I don't remember it too well, but then the mic was kind of like in the closet beside the keyboard,
Yeah.
and then behind us was like posters of like music. Everything was really inspiring. His whole family were they're musicians, so like it was like you walked in and the house felt like music, if that makes sense.
Okay, so because this image is beautiful to me. I just want to know, like, if you can tap in to Pravi in that bedroom, like what's his deal? What's he going through? What is like his feeling on music? What's his relationship to music at that point?
Yeah,
You know?
to be honest, at that time, I was kind of like, I was learning, you know. I remember I had my one buddy. He goes by Kin, a phenomenal rapper in Montreal. He was there at the time. My other friend Giuliano, one of my best friends to this day, was there, and then my homie Nigel, who ended up joining the Navy. I'm pretty sure. Crazy story, but a lot of, and then there was Robert, and then Tyler, and I was kind of like, I was good, but I wasn't as good as everybody in the room. So to me, I was kind of a fly on the wall trying to learn how everybody did what they did. Like the production to me was insane. I kept being like, how on earth are they like cooking up these beats? And then yeah, like it was kind of like therapy. I used to sit in the corner and just like write, and then if there was room on the track, I would like hop on the track. You know what I mean? It wasn't like, I definitely wasn't. It wasn't like main character energy type of thing. It was more like student of the game, learn, soak it in.
Like the vibe I'm getting is like you're sitting there and you're going, I need to be here.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's like a drive. It like there's not even a question from it. It's just like, because you're describing the action of it and the routine of it, but there's like there's no hesitation in your voice. It's just like, no, no, no. I was there. I needed to be there. I wanted to be there, and that's what felt right.
Yeah, it was a blessing. Like that's because a lot of people don't know. I make a lot of trappy sounding music now, but like my start was like boom bap, real hip hop, jazz inspired beats, and it came from that era.
What? Where did that? Where did that switch come from? Like, no,
Mm.
because I know there's so many. Like, there's so many people who are gonna hear that and go like, what the fuck? Like, they're gonna feel a type of way about that. You know what I mean? And
Yeah.
I bet you experienced that doing the shift of like, because like, I just know like, it's like traps the hip hop that old men hate.
Yeah, yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, but it's beautiful. It's an incredible like hip hop is incredible because rap is like it's not a genre. It's like a method of performing, right?
Yeah.
So it's like so rap in itself is like there's so many different subgenres and like that's the crazy part. And trap in itself is like
It's
the
its own
history in
thing.
it, like the sound is so different, and it's like people who aren't in trap like just don't get it.
Nah.
So like, yeah, like tell me more about that shift. Like, what inspired you to do that, or like if it felt natural, like what led you to that. Just give me more, cause yeah, that's just interesting to me. That's a dope ass shift.
Um, to be honest, it came from life experience. Like, I was originally, like I said, I was in that room most of the time and in the neighborhood. But as I got older, I kind of experienced a lot of like street life, like homelessness and just in multiple cities. And then when you're in the like those shelters and different places, a lot of time you're just a victim to like listening to the music that everybody else has. Because I most of the time I didn't have a phone, I didn't have anything to entertain myself with, and then most of those people in there are playing trap, and then I start to really dive into it. I'm like, man, like I could really express emotion a bit better on trap, and then I got into Travis Scott pretty heavy, and that was kind of the artist I was like, oh wow, like I could really do something like that. And yeah, I told my friends in Montreal at the time that I was like, I'm gonna make the darkest, trappist music of all time. Yeah, and then like I forgot that I even said that, and then like here we are. I kind of make music like that.
Yeah,
So
yeah. Oh my
y-
god.
yeah,
So it's like it was your surroundings and experience. It's like this is what I'm hearing, and the people that I'm hearing it from are going through what I'm going through as
yeah.
well. So it's like, yeah, okay. Do you, because that through line of the environment, right?
Mhm.
I'm just curious, like where, when you write, or when you freestyle even, do you have a goal in mind?
Um, to be honest with you, when I write, I'm usually just trying to figure out what's going on in my head. Like I don't really have a goal. I'm just trying to like get something off my chest most of the time. Earlier on, I was really trying to describe what I was living, just so people could understand like what certain decisions can lead to, and to not make those choices. Um, but now it's more like what's going on in my head. How can I make it rhyme? Like it's not as calculated as it once was. It's just more like the spirit of creating the art takes over, and it's more like yeah, just whatever is in my head. Really, I'm trying to get it out. Yeah.
Um, completely different direction. Freestyles in general. You're one of the nastiest I know.
Oh,
Like I'm
respect.
literally like before my freestyles before I met Pravi and after I met Pravi. Uh, before was non-existent, and then after is what y'all saw earlier, and it was similar in the story you were telling earlier about the studying, where it's like every time, and I need people to know he records like this too. Which, as someone who only wrote for a really long time, like, anger is not the right word. Anger is not the right word. But there's a feeling of like, oh, I've been writing for 10 years, freestyling so hard. Oh, I can't get it. And then Pravi and I just go for like a random, like, recording sessions. Like, one of the first times we recorded. And I get there and he's like I'm writing while we're there. And then he has the beat. And then he goes in and he's like, yeah, I'll just figure it out. I don't know. I'll just do it. And then he does it, and then it's one take, and then it's freestyled off the dome, and it's incredible. And I'm just sitting there after spending like 2 hours on the verse, and I'm like, I'm so fucking so like that. I've studied that from you. Like, every time you freestyle, I'm like, I'm trying to figure out like where your head's at and like where it's coming from. And I think I'm getting it, because it's freestyling has become easier, right, for me. So I think I'm getting somewhere. But from your perspective, because freestyling is such like an integral part to hip hop, it's where it freaking started. You know what I mean? Like, on the streets.
Yeah.
So I want to know, like, how would you break down a freestyle? Like, where does your mind go? Is there a technique? Is it flow state? Like, I want to know. I need to know. This is mostly for me, to be honest. This is a question for me.
Wow. Okay, so at the beginning, like, when I was first starting, I had to freestyle a lot. Like, I had to, like, it was all I did. I had nothing else to do. I was homeless. so like,
reps is the first part. Okay,
yeah,
we got
like
reps.
A lot of repetition, and like on a lot of different sounding beats, just so that you could always be ready for anything. And then me and one of my homies, Kevin, when I lived in Oakville, we started a cipher over there at a bar called Less Than Level, and every week it was just a freestyle cipher. And at the beginning, nobody was there but us. So we had like 4 hours on the microphone.
That's mad.
And it was just more repetition. But now, like, to break it down, it's more like what's the message you're trying to get across? And every time you finish a line, you always have like the ending of the next line already kind of loaded in your head. So you're like, it's like you're rapping in your head faster than you're rapping out loud. And then once you finish a line out loud, the next line is already ready to come out. And it just kind of, you're like ahead of yourself.
You're like, the like performance part is kind of like the least effort that you're actually putting in. The performance part is just happening. And then in terms of like where you are in like a consciousness sense, it's like straight up just
the next
plotting.
One.
Yeah. Is it not crazy to you that, because for me, as soon as I think about that, I can't freestyle. Do you know what I mean?
Oh yeah, I don't think about it, but
Good.
but that's what's happening.
Yeah. That's crazy. Okay. All right. So repetition first of all.
Yep.
I think managing nerves for me, that's like something I'll throw in there, because as soon as I get any bit of anxiety, I can't do any of that. So managing that.
But the repetition will help with that.
It did. Yeah, 100%. Which is just us driving in the car.
Yeah.
And putting on the beat. Those are my reps. This is my version of Montreal. Yeah. Okay. Beautiful. I know the vibe of what I want to ask, but I want to find the right phrasing.
Uh-oh.
No, it's good. It's good.
That smile says otherwise.
It's pretty devious, because I know it's like, it's a normal question, but I know you're gonna hate the question.
Oh.
Give me 5 years from now, Pravi.
Oh man. You know what?
Give me any semblance of a plan, my brother.
I actually started writing out a plan 2 nights ago.
Perfect.
Because I've entered my dirty 30s, and I was freaking out that I didn't have a plan.
You turned 30?
Yeah.
When?
February 13th.
I'm a terrible friend. What's up, bro?
Yeah, it's all good. Yeah, so like I've been like freaking out a bit because I've freestyled like my whole life.
Yeah.
So I'm just like, but yeah, now it's looking like really taking the music as a package more serious, like committing to getting back to like events, getting back to like the actual social media marketing, and in 5 years from now on that side of things, definitely just wanting to be established when it comes to like metrics like monthly listeners on Spotify. How many people can you have come out to your events?
Getting into like the weeds of it and the mechanics.
Yeah, like taking it seriously. I think for the first time because in the past it's been like I've tried my best. That's not what I'm saying, but I've definitely haven't like attacked it methodically. I've just kind of tried my own way when there's systems that already exist that I think I can learn from. 5 years from now, definitely a lot more in shape. I've been hitting the gym, like trying to get consistent at it. They say health is wealth, so I'm definitely looking after my beer belly.
All right. Hell yeah.
And hopefully just kind of living with my girlfriend right now. Like right now we live separately, so just trying to get a place together and settle down that way. And yeah, and like the most important is like get a lot closer to my family because I haven't been around them in a while. So that's definitely like on my list.
Huge.
Yeah.
Grounding yourself in that for sure. Having like a little burrow for yourself and
Yeah.
instead of being on the run all the time.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Not from the police.
No. Not what I meant at all. But like, you know what I mean. Yeah. That's awesome, man. All right. Last thing. I want you to, just for the viewer, Providence the poet, you are who you are. Give him one thing. I'm going to try that again. Last thing. For the listeners watching, I want you to just give them the last thing in their mind. What's something you want to leave them with?
Okay. For anybody watching that is lost and confused or stuck in a really hard spot right now, you might not know where your next meal is coming from. You might be wondering if you're ever going to see people you care about again. For whatever reason or whatever situation, just know that it does get better. You might not believe in a higher power, but in my experience, there's definitely something watching over you. So just remember to keep the faith and to not give up. The second you give up, you lose the game. So that's what I would leave you with.
Providence the poet, back to basics. Thank you very much.
Peace.
All right.